team development. I am also what they call the Bring the People lead, along with Mary. And we are one of 4 event leads for the Relay for Life. I am a 17-year survivor. 17 years ago I was diagnosed. It happened to be the same day Princess Diana died, and there was nothing on TV to watch as I was recovering, except Princess Diana's death. That's how I can remember exactly what day it was. My own diagnosis didn't motivate me to get involved. Christmas Day 2010, my dad, Charlie Brown, was diagnosed with lung cancer, and we lost him the following June. So that inspired me to get involved, and this is my 5th relay.
My name is Mary Proctor. I am Team D Chair along with Evelyn. I'm also one of the event leads who bring the people, which is what team development basically does. I'm also your online chair, so if there's any problems with registering, or we'll get more into this, but the website, that's also me. I relay because I lost my mother 33 years ago to colon cancer, and I lost a very dear friend who was like a sister to me in 2012 to breast cancer. That's, again, the motivation, that's the one that motivated me. I've been relaying for 3 years, since 2012. I started as a virtual walker, which the ones who have been here last year know what that is. The new ones, you'll find out what that is. I actually walked from Maine for the Chino team in 2013. This is my 3rd one. I have since moved to California, so I'm out here full time now and relaying in Chino.
Mary and I do not do what we do by ourselves. We have a fabulous team development crew, and I'm going to ask them to take a minute and introduce themselves. We're going to start with Heather back in the back.
My name is Heather. I am captain of Team Valley Busters. This is my 5th year relaying, 3rd year on my team. I relay, the main reason I relay is my godmother was diagnosed with stomach cancer a few years back, had her entire stomach removed, and she's living a normal life today with no stomach.
Yay, corn.
Yeah.
Oh, Linda.
So my name is Linda, and I relay because of Mary, Ellen, and everybody else on the part of Team D. And I have lots of family members that have had colon cancer, breast cancer, lung cancer. So I'm here to relay for them.
Arsalan.
Arsalan Arif, I'm on Team Yes We Can, Yes We Will, and I've been relaying for 4 years now. The reason I got involved was because of my mother. I feel very helpless when you find out your family member is diagnosed with it and you can't do much. So hopefully this guy can help other people.
And last but not least, Ms. Lisa.
I'm Lisa. I am captain for Team Happy Feet. We've been doing relay for 5 years, and we just really enjoy it. I relay for my dad and both of my uncles. For my best friend, once you get into the event, you just learn to love it, and it's so inspiring that you just want to come back. So it's awesome. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Thank you. You will notice everybody that just spoke is wearing a fabulous,
Stylish.
baby blue shirt. That is your symbol of we probably can answer a question for you. We are Team D.
You can try.
We can probably not answer it too, but we're going to try really hard. So just know that your Team D crew wears light blue, and that's how you can kind of pick us out in a crowd, and feel free to ask any one of us a question. And we will do our best to answer it for you. If we don't have the answer, we will get the answer for you. In order to help your experience, we have implemented a mentoring program. We called them this year. There's been a lot of changes that have come down from National American Cancer Society. And so we have had a mentor program for a number of years. American Cancer Society said, hey, that's a great idea. Let's do that, except we're going to call them ambassadors. So we said, okay, we'll call them ambassadors. So we have a crew of ambassadors that are here We asked them, they just had a meeting, so we asked them to stay over a little bit. So we'd like to introduce them to you. You will be getting a phone call or a text or an email from them pretty soon, and we're also going to send you their information so you know how to get a hold of them. So I'd like to take a minute to introduce our ambassadors, and I'm going to start with Danny in the back.
Danny Torres. I've been relaying for 11 years, 9 years as Willie Warriors. I relayed for my close friend that we lost, Mike Worley. One of his last words was back when we were fighting for access to health care and the problem of not having health care for everyone. His last words were, "Fix it, brother." So that's what we've been doing, working on that. We go on the mantra of health care for all, and we have since been able to get health care, even though that's being threatened right now by our elected officials that want to take away affordable health care and deny about 16 million people the benefit of health care. So there's a lot of issues about that. We can do better as a country. We're a wealthy country. People need to have access to treatment for cancer, and it shouldn't be an excludable thing that just because you have it, that now you get insurance or something like that. That shouldn't happen. So we do it for that. Do it for my mother-in-law passed away from breast cancer. My stepfather passed away from brain and lung cancer. And last Friday we lost one of our team members to brain cancer that spread through that.
And next to Danny, I just want to mention your ambassadors have had an experience and have been around the track a time or two. So we've asked the folks that have had experience and had successful experience, would they be ambassadors? So these are folks that have volunteered to help out all the new folks. So just wanted to let you know how we find our ambassadors. We come to you at 2 o'clock in the morning and we go, hey, you're really good.
Well, Mary and I were discussing. We thought.
It's so true.
It happens a lot like
It
that.
does.
Rodney, would you take a moment and introduce yourself?
My name is Rodney Molino, and I'm the team captain of Team Honey Badger. This is only our second relay, but I did the Avon walks for years and years. And when cancers other than breast cancer started attacking my family, I decided I wanted to fight back, like a honey badger. My mom claimed she was the honey badger against cancer, and unfortunately, cancer won, but we're fighting for her. Anyway, I've been doing this fighting for a long time, and if I turn out to be your ambassador, I'll help you guys do what I can. It's a lot of fun. It was hard work, and at the end of the day, we only had 5 team members, and one of them was an 11-year-old last year. And had to send him to bed, but at the end of all of it, the 24 hours, I looked at my brother and my husband and my brother's fiance and said, okay, we're gonna do this again? And they said, you bet. You bet. And we're going to get more people, and we're up to a much bigger team now. So hope to see you all there. And like I said, if I turn out to be that I'm your ambassador, then hope I can help you out. Thank you.
Sherry.
Hi, my name is Sherry Lewis. I am co-captain of Team Red Hot. This is only our second year with our own team, but me and my best friend have been relaying on and off for about 14 years. I've had my grandfather passed away from liver cancer, and my dad's wife lost her battle a couple of years ago from pancreatic cancer. So hope I can help anyone that I might be assigned to, and if you have any questions, we'll try to get answers for you.
Thank you.
I hate talking in front of people.
You did a good job during crime.
I'm so not good at that.
Hi, I'm Cindy Carver. I'm the captain of Team Red Hot, and like she said, we started last year, but we've been relaying on and off for many years. And I relay for my grandfather and for my son's godfather. And if you need any help, I'll try to help you.
And she didn't tell you their team won a rookie team last year.
I know. We walked around with Rod and bothered them all night long to make sure they saw us. We're like, see us over here. We did.
See what happens when you get noticed of it.
Heather and Arsalan have already introduced themselves, and they are our lead ambassadors. So they are taking the charge for the rest of them. I'm not going to make them say anything again. And Lisa Silva from Team Happy Feet is also an ambassador. So you will get one of these folks. We have two people who weren't able to be here tonight, Nancy Martin and Karen Sheridan. Both of them have been relaying for a long time and have a lot of experience that they bring to the table. So you will hear from one of your ambassadors pretty quickly. And we've already finished a meeting with the ambassadors, so you guys are welcome to stay, but if you need to go, I certainly understand that. Thank you for hanging out and introducing yourself. We'll see you
Soon.
You will see us, you will see me soon. For the next 3 months, you will see me often.
Right?
All the time.
All right, let's take a minute and find out who you guys are. Let's start right over here.
I'm Caitlin, and I'm a co-captain of Team Carpenter. So the car is her parents, Carrie, who was just recently diagnosed with cervical cancer, and then Claire's participating for our friend, who's still trying for the skin cancer, and she's one of the
All right, welcome.
I'm Casey. I'm captain of Team Cancer. I've done it in the past. It seems that this year, or last year, I lost both my grandparents. Full transplant in Phoenix. So my family decided to do our own tradition here.
All right, great to have you. We don't have to take that. Letty.
Hi, my name is Alicia, and I'm school captain of Happy Feet. And this is my second year relay. And my grandmother, she died of brain cancer. And plus, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
Yes.
We call it a party with about 2,000 of your closest friends.
My name is Lisa, and I am co-captain with my sister for Rambling for Rose. Rose is our mother, and she lost her last year to cancer. This is our second relay for Team Chino. That's the parent household. It seems to be a lot more organized and a bigger group from the one we did last year.
We are the 7th largest relay in the state of California.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's just, we have a big family that comes to turn out. My mom's one of 12. So between cousins and, second cousins, we have a big group that will come out and stay all night and show their support. We're excited.
Good.
Really excited.
Welcome. Okay, sister.
I'm Debbie. We did Rambling for Rose in Rancho Santa Margarita. And we were disappointed because they say 24 hours. We had such a huge showing, they knew who we were. It was our first time ever. They were like, who in the hell are you guys? We had signs, we had probably 70 people at any given time there. And we were disappointed because it seemed like everybody rolled up at 10 o'clock, except for us and a couple other.
It was only at church and then whatever.
Yeah. And we were just like, well, wait a minute, that cancer never slept. So we made our presence and, we said, you know what, but they asked my sister, who was a team captain last year, hey, we want you guys to be on the committee. My sister says, no, thank you, because she's from RSM. And so there's 6 of us kids that my mom left. So now we're all gonna take a chunk and say, okay, so we hear that Chino is a good one to be a part of. So that's why we said.
Yeah, we posted last year, rain or shine.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good time, miserable.
So we were excited to see that you guys are the true 24 hours, because that's what we're about.
Yeah, we say in Chino, we go big because we don't know.
Right.
Even in the pouring rain last year, we had, what, 2/3 of the people,
Yeah.
2/3 of the.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
All night in the rain.
In the rain.
Barefoot, soaking wet.
Not the right
We're excited about that part of it.
We got pictures.
People did not go home.
Nice. Team Connect.
My name is Michelle. I've relayed for 5 years, and last year we branched out to be our own team. I was a little scared, but Tracy right here said, you know what, we're going to do it, and we did it, so excited to be back.
And we didn't scare you off.
Yeah.
Yay, that's great.
I'm Tracy. I'm co-captain for Team Connect.
resigning and quitting like 100 times. She just keeps sending me the emails.
Here she is.
I'm honored to be with her. She really inspired us last year. We had a good group of people that were there for 30+ hours between setup and breakdown and rain and shine and sweat and smiles and laughs and falling in potholes. And it was a great, great event. And I've been doing this for 7 years, and so it was nice to be part of the new team. I love my old team, but part of the new team that's really enthusiastic.
You have to be careful with quitting, because I quit once too. I don't know what happened.
I'm all right, quit.
See? Yeah, quitting doesn't work.
My name is Kelly. I'm the captain for Cancer Sucks. I kind of just took over my grandma's team since she wasn't feeling like doing it.
But she moved away too, right?
No. My aunt moved away then.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back.
Hi, my name is Mark. My friends call me Max, and I literally found out about this 47 minutes ago. 83 later, because your original co-captain flipped out. And apparently I have good speaking skills for what I do at work, and I've done promotional stuff before in other industries. So, and Kelly's my friend, so I'm here to help.
We call that being voluntold.
Yes.
It was something like that. I think I did enjoy it.
Lisa.
You did.
My name is Lisa. I am the captain of Monster Misfits. I have been participating in Relay for Life for 6 years now. This is my 3rd year on a team and my 1st year as a team captain. Last year I was with Miss Lisa Silva and Miss Michelle from Happy Feet. My grandma passed away in October from leukemia, and one of my husband's best friends just had his last treatment of lymphoma about 3 months ago. So with those two people very close in our life, we decided to just kind of start our own team.
Welcome. Nobody next to you, right? Nope. Chanel.
Hi, my name is Chino. I am the captain for Team Cure. And the reason why I wanted to do relay is because my grandmother died of ovarian cancer. My old roommate died of liver cancer. His dad died of throat cancer. So I just wanted to get a relay going.
You have relayed before then, right?
Like about 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of changes.
Yeah.
You relayed, Chino?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of changes since.
Yeah.
My name is Rivaldo Garza. I'm here because of her.
Another
And we watched it, how long ago?
About 6 years.
6 years ago. And I like it when all the candles are all
Yes.
And I'm also working for my father.
Great to have you back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You guys want to say anything again, or you're good? You can We're good. Back in the back.
My name is Rudy Garcia. I am a team member for the Prison City Derby Dames. I am representing our team captain and our co-captain. We had practice tonight, so they couldn't make it, so we came out and supported them. I relayed because I lost my mother 6 years ago from breast cancer, and ended up being bone cancer and everything else that breast cancer does. And through my, I guess, not depression, but my reawakening, my wife, she had cancer. She's a survivor. And I was with her. I was a caregiver. Doing all this between losing my mother and supporting her through her cancer. I was the Team D for the city of Southgate and also the event chair for the city of Southgate. We were able to get blood from a rock from one of the poorest cities in Southern California. We raised $43,000 from the poorest city in California. So we're here to represent our city, our team, Prison City Derby Dames. We're back again, and we're happy to support.
We missed you.
You were here last year.
Yeah. All right, welcome back.
Very good.
Thank you.
I think that covers everybody except
We got one more
William.
person.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
We have one more person here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm little, huh? I'm Luana. I'm here because I'm in the Derby and we started a team, but we relate. It's part of our life. We actually got married at Relay for Life.
Oh.
in 1 hour.
I gotta take my hat off to anybody that can take a wedding and turn it into a fundraiser.
We brought new faces to a relay that they never been to.
Yeah.
Nice.
It
Wow.
wasn't a scheme to fundraise, it was a genuine.
But in lieu of yes, we asked people to donate to the relay itself, or to any other teams that were out there.
Oh, that's
Wow,
awesome.
that's awesome.
Nice.
So we relate because I can.
Right, right.
And I'm here. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
All right, William.
Hello, my name is William Suarez. I'm from Yes We Can, Yes We Will. I started relaying a few years ago when Arsalan basically brought it to my attention. I lost my mom to breast cancer when I was 5. And basically I wanted to be able to give back, and not only that, I wanted to teach my kids who are 6 and 9 that's all it's about, giving back and not just about accepting. So I got involved and I'm glad I did.
He is also gracious enough to come to all of our meetings, not just our boot camps, but our captain's meetings with his camera. He videotapes them, and then we throw them up on YouTube, so that if you miss a meeting, we'll come hunt you down. I'm just kidding about that part. If you miss a meeting, you can catch it on YouTube, and we get them up as quickly as we can. Takes a while to get it off the camera and render and that sort of stuff.
It's gonna be different this year. It's gonna be probably the next day or the day after.
Yeah.
It should be within a
Okay,
couple of days.
cool. Yeah, so we'll get them up. So if you miss a meeting, you can watch my ugly mug on YouTube. Ain't that great?
And what'll happen is we have a YouTube channel for Relay for Life for Chino, but we also will post it on Facebook. So Facebook will have the link, so if you go out to our Facebook site and like us, and, go out to the site, you'll see the video. Or,
We'll also, like I said, be videotaping our captain's meetings, so those will be up there too. So, this will be a refresher for some of you. It'll be brand new information for the rest of you. I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of what Relay for Life of Chino, what Relay for Life looks like in Chino. We relay very differently than a lot of communities. Our relay is indeed a 24-hour event. There's been a lot of changes at the national level, and they have given us permission to step it down if we want. You can go 18 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours, whatever it is you want your relay to do. And the folks in Chino said, oh no, we do 24 hours. So we are still a 24-hour event, and I think we'll probably stay a 24-hour event. Probably as long as I'm involved, will be a 24-hour event. So, I think it's not too much to ask us to take one day. And we all know as captains, it's a whole lot more than one day. And spend that time fighting back on behalf of folks that maybe can't. So when I first came to Relay, I knew nothing about it. And I went, okay, it's a 24-hour event. If I get 12 people and ask them to walk 2 hours, I got this covered. I went to my first team captain's meeting and went, oh, have to decorate. Okay, I can do that. And I went to my second team captain's meeting and I went, oh, have to fundraise. Okay. Okay, I can do that. Went to my third team captain's meeting and went, I have to educate you, now wait a minute. So, I'm gonna tell you right at the beginning what it kind of looks like. We do not pick a theme for our overall relay. We ask you to pick a theme for your campsite. You don't have to. Just I'm gonna say right from the outside, you do not have to do any of this. We go big, because we don't go home. So I'm gonna tell you what the top of the scale looks like. You fall on that scale wherever you want, wherever you are able. Okay, so when I'm telling you all this stuff, just know that's way up here, and that's very hard to do your first year out. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, I can't, there's no way I can do all that. It's not like that. You guys do what you can, okay? So with that in mind, we ask you to pick a theme. Your theme can be whatever you want. My very first year was celebrating more birthdays. I decorated my campsite like a birthday party. Pretty simple. We're going to talk about that campsite back there in the back in a little bit, but we'll have a sample campsite for you every week, and every week it's going to get a little bit better, and you'll see what it can look like, except inside. And temperature controlled. Would that be nice? So, you pick a theme, and you decorate campsite according to your theme.
Oh, yeah.
Your theme can be whatever you want it to be. We just ask that you remember it is a family-friendly event. So I am on Team East Meets West. We used to be East Meets West for the rest, and people knew our campsite because we had bras hanging all over it. So you can do whatever you want. So pick a theme and decorate. We ask you to have a fundraiser on the day of the event. Fundraising is not all we do, but all we do depends on our fundraising. We provide a lot of services through American Cancer Society. We provide Road to Recovery, which is free rides for people in treatment, to their doctor's appointments, to pharmacy to pick up medication. We provide support groups. We staff a 24-hour hotline, and those are some of the most knowledgeable, helpful folks you'll ever want to meet at that 800 number. That 800 number is 1-800-227-2345. 800-227-2345, probably your most valuable resource in your fight against cancer. You can give that number to anybody. We provide wigs and some prosthetics, particularly for women who are going through breast cancer treatment at no charge. We don't have one here in California because we don't need one, but we have Hope Lodges where people can stay, their caregivers can stay while their loved one is in treatment. And Hope Lodges are connected with a hospital, and they can stay for free or certainly reduced cost. And for places where we don't have Hope Lodges, we do have reduced cost motel stays where we can, sometimes depending on the agreement with the hotel, we can charge as little as $12 a night for that caregiver to be with their loved one. So we do a lot. We fundraise. Fundraising isn't all we do, but all we do depends on our fundraising. One other thing I forgot to mention is the money that ACS provides to researchers. Interesting to note, 47 of the Nobel Peace Prize winners in medicine have been ACS cancer researchers. So doing a lot of good work in that regard, and that's thanks to folks like you who step up and say, I want to make a difference. So we have a fundraiser day up. We're going to talk more about that later, but we do ask you to have a fundraiser. I will say from the outset, please stay away from food. It's an issue every year. Please stay away from food.
We'll get more into that.
We'll talk about it later, but yeah.
Probably the next meeting.
And then we also ask you to educate. We call that our fight back piece. We've also called that our mission moment. We also call that our educational piece. And we ask you to educate you may be supporting a particular type of cancer, or you may be doing general cancer, or you may want to focus on general cancer prevention. We just ask you to pick something and choose to educate about that. We have about, generally, a little over 2,000 registered participants every year. We have somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 visitors every year. That's an amazing opportunity to educate the public about cancer prevention, testing, and awareness. So we ask you to, and it can be whatever you want. We'll talk about more about what that looks like, but we ask you to have an educational piece in your campsite as well. So those are sort of the three components of putting together a relay campsite. But we do have a fourth component, and that is fun. We want you to have fun. If it's not fun, you're not going to do it again. And I'm not going to kid you, it's a lot of hard work. Yeah, you seasoned captains know it's a lot of hard work. But it needs to be fun too. We want you to have fun with it. If it's drudgery, nobody wants that for you. Least of all, I don't want that for you. My first year was a little bit of that, and so don't forget the fun. Don't forget the fun. It's really, that's as important as anything else that you're going to do. Keep it fun for you and keep it fun for your team. So, okay, so we get to relay, and what does relay look like? For us, our opening ceremony starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's already warm, and we know that, so we try to keep it as short as possible, but there are certain elements that we have to do. We take a few minutes and recognize all our dignitaries. The Relay for Life of Chino would not be the success it is without the support of the city of Chino. They give us our buildings for free for our meetings. There are scores of city employees that are giving their own time behind the scenes on logistics and in all different areas, working towards it. And the city of Chino has been one of the teams that's been in it since the beginning in 2004. So we get a lot of support from the city. The mayor is our honorary chair for our relay, so we take a moment and thank him and recognize him and some of the other dignitaries that help us be the success that we are. We present some awards at that point. Obviously, we don't know who's won some of the contests yet, but we do some of the awards. If you've reached a certain fundraising level, you'll see on the website, and we'll talk more about this later, there's colors of the fundraising level, and you can work your way up the color wheel for fundraising. And if you reach one of those levels, we'll give you a fancy little yard sign that you get to put out, and in front of your campsite, you get to brag. And if you reach a new fundraising level during relay, let us know. We'll get you a new one. We'll get you a new color, and we'll make an announcement for you so that we can recognize all the hard work you guys are doing and raise money. Excuse me. My husband would be surprised that I'm having trouble still talking. We will also announce at our opening ceremonies our porta potty winner. And for those of you who are new, let me tell you about how this is going to work. If you've been to relays before, you know they generally have porta potties out. And if you've used them about the, 10th hour in, they're clean, but you can't prove it. And there's, if you think about our relay, we have as many as 7,000 people using those porta potties. And they look it. And more importantly, they smell it. So, and they do come out a couple times during the day and they clean them for us. And we do get to use the city bathrooms. And they look like they've been used by 7,000 people too. They do restock the toilet paper, but that doesn't go far in the odor department. So what we do is we take 2 of our porta potties and we set them aside. They're still in the same lineup, but we set them aside. And we make them awards. Who wants to win a porta potty, right? Everybody. Let me tell you, my team won it last year. It was nice. So worth it. So worth it. We set them aside, we decorate them. Heather even put little smell good stuff in them. Good idea. I don't always, pee with flowers around, but last year I did. They're locked. And they are locked. And the winning team is the team that has the key. So how do you get these porta potties? It's based on your fundraising. And last year we did it with the team that raised the most money. And you could kind of see on the website who that was going to be. And yeah, it was us, and we were kind of proud of that, real happy about that. But we thought, how do we do this year that makes it a more level playing field? So for every increment of $500 you raise, your team goes in a raffle. So if you raise $500 in the raffle, if you raise $499, you're out of luck.
Yes, not increments, every $500.
Yes, every $500.
No, increments don't count.
So you gotta hit the 500. So if you hit 1,500, you're in the raffle 3 times. And we cut the teams in half for large teams and small, not in half, but large teams and small teams. 45 members and over is a large team. 44 and under is a small team. So we will draw 1 winner out of the small team category, and we will draw 1 winner out of the large team category, and those winners will be announced at our opening ceremonies. And you'll be given the key, and that porta potty is yours to use exclusively for the rest of relay. Nobody else but your team gets to use that porta potty. Way worth it. So we're going to be fundraising like crazy because we really want to do it.
Well, you're going to have some competition this time.
Bring it.
Does that take effect of like a certain date, or is it as, you know, since
Up
your team's been
until-
fundraising?
It goes back to the very beginning, however long you've been fundraising, and the
And we have an
cutoff
end
date, when, it's like our last captain's meeting, is the cutoff date, because we have to have time.
It's before,
Yeah.
let me check it out.
I have to,
We will announce
We
it
have to
at
have time
captain's meeting next
to,
week.
to
No,
be
I
able to
mean,
count the money.
What you've already raised.
That counts.
Still counts.
It counts.
Everything that we've done, it's gonna be the most money raised by this date, so we don't
By-
care when you raised it, as long as it's this year. And yeah, and of course, you have to bank it.
Don't quote me, but I believe it's by July 22nd, which is our last captain's meeting.
Yeah. And then, so we have enough time to.
Anything
get
you
the
got
money.
counts, and everything up until midnight that day counts.
So that's gonna be one of the fun parts of our opening ceremonies, is finding out that East meets West more than perhaps.
And Team Cadet. There you go. Where's Red Hot?
We are gonna be, well, we're gonna win something this year.
I love it. I love it.
So that'll be the fun part of our opening ceremony. So from there, we take our first lap, and our first lap is taken by our survivors. Survivors are our guests of honor. We honor them in their struggle and their fight, and we ask them to take the first lap around the track. And after they finish their first lap, we redirect them over to the survivor tent, where they will be invited to have brunch. So at the end of the survivor lap, they will go have brunch. Their caregivers are invited to walk with them if they like. We divide them up by years, so newly diagnosed is in the beginning, and then it's like 0 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, and 10 and over. And what that does is the folks in the very beginning who are newly diagnosed and fighting can take a moment to turn around or look behind them and see what's possible. So, and to know that they are followed by a lot of people who support them. So our very first lap is our survival lap. And then it's sort of ready, set, relay, and off we go. And the fun begins. We have contests and activities, and we're gonna get into what some of those are later. We'll talk about some of those. Our Miss Relay contest is probably one of our most popular contests. For those of you who have never seen it, it's a beauty contest that is open only to men. We ask them to dress in drag, have a short beauty contest, and then they take a lap, and the one that comes back with the most money wins. And we have let folks know it's one of our most popular contests, and some of the ugliest women you ever wanted to see. We also have our Road to Recovery contest, and we'll talk about that. That's our cardboard card contest. We'll have themed laps this year. Our very first themed lap is going to start at noon. We really are trying to focus a little better this year on paying homage to our caregivers. So our very first lap will be, very first themed lap is what I should say, thank you, will be by our caregivers. So they'll be asked to take the track and walk our very first themed lap so that we can honor them, and the survivors who took their lap and were honored now can honor their caregivers. Most survivors will tell you the most important weapon in their arsenal is their caregiver. So we really want to take some time and acknowledge that. So, 9 o'clock, the lights go down, we do our luminaria ceremony. Probably the most poignant, as you mentioned, part of our relay. Lights go off, candles are lit, and by candles I mean glow sticks. We can't do candles anymore. Apparently they don't want us setting fire to the park. No, but we have the fire department team. I mean, I don't understand the problem. Yes, I do. So we use glow sticks, I don't know that everything's been well planned out this year, but they've been talking about the luminaria ceremony, and even them talking about it kind of brings me to tears. So it's going to be pretty special this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. We do that for about a year. It
feels like it sometimes.
I do that for about an hour. An hour. Yeah. When you get done in the morning, it feels like it's been a year.
Yeah.
But that's just 1 hour. Sorry. And then we bring the lights back up, the party continues, we're gonna have some more themed laps. We have a corn shuck, see, we get all this corn donated, and we wanna barbecue it and feed it to you, but we can't do that till we get it shucked, so we said, let's have a corn shucking contest.
As long as it doesn't rain.
Yes.
We didn't get corn last
We didn't
year.
get corn.
We got popcorn.
We had a whole lot of corn left over last year. So we'll have a corn shucking contest during the day, so we can barbecue the corn and feed it to you at night. So as long as we get that corn donated again, that'll happen again. So lots of fun stuff going on during the night. Your team development crew will deliver a sugar rush to the team that ends up with the most registered participants, and that contest closes at midnight tonight. So if you haven't had folks register for your team, get them on your team. The team with the most registered participants between kickoff and midnight tonight gets the 1 a.m. sugar rush, and that means we come to your campsite about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we bring you all kinds of stuff that your parents told you never to eat. So, but it keeps you going for the rest of the night. So it's kind of fun. So we do all kinds of fun stuff during the night. And you have until 2 a.m. to bribe your team D, because that's when we have our meeting to decide on, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. I miss that every year. 2 o'clock in the morning, we have a meeting and we figure out who all the award winners are. So you won't see us for a little bit, but that doesn't mean we're not there. And then sun comes up and people are looking their finest by then. And we have our closing ceremonies. We figure out who all the award winners are. We hand out some plaques and some certificates, and we hope you haven't gone home yet, because we're still having fun. At 9 o'clock, we take our final lap, and then we go take our campsites down, and then you go home, and you can go to bed or take a shower, whichever one is more important to you at that point. Or you can sleep in the shower. I don't care. We do have a contest for last team standing, and the last team standing actually gives you priority campsite selection for the following year. So there's some encouragement for you to keep your campsite up until 9 o'clock in the morning, so that you have better campsite selection. And what we say about campsites is there are no bad campsites, just some are better than others, depending upon what you need. You may want to be by the bathrooms, or you may want to be by the stage, or you may want to be next to somebody else. So the campsites are all fairly comparable. They're all the same size, but there may be something that you want in your campsite based on what you're doing. So there are no bad campsites. Some are just better than others. So if you are last team standing, you go in a raffle to be drawn for priority campsite selection for the following year. So, so that's basically what relay looks like in Chino. This is a video we did a couple years ago with pictures of our relay.
Yeah, now that she's told you about it, we want to show you about it a little bit. This is from 2013, not the rainy day year, the year before that. Just to show you a little bit about how we relay.
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, I don't have to say anything for a while.
Where's the one? I got no sound.
I
Relay for Life of Chino looks like. Any questions on any of that?
I just want to say I can see that video 400 times. I love that video.
It's weird how it just like even the music. Huh?
Even the music, the like all the things that you remember from that.
Yeah.
You know,
Even
like,
the
thing gives me goosebumps. It does.
Every time. Every time.
Yep, everybody's got their favorite part. Mine was the bathroom, can you tell?
Enjoy it right now.
That's right. That's right. I intend to enjoy it again.
Hey now, you see German over there.
For those of you who have been around for a while, you know about our spirit bucks. And there's some changes to that this year. So let me tell you what spirit bucks are, and then I'll tell you how it's going to look this year. Spirit bucks are, as my husband calls it, monopoly money. It's relay money that doesn't do you any good anywhere outside of Chino Relay. And it's not really money, but that's what we're going to call it, spirit bucks. And we used to have a contest. The team that amassed the most spirit points or spirit bucks won one of the awards. And we thought, you know what? That's great for the one team that wins. How do we level this playing field a little bit? So what we are doing this year is we are rolling out a spirit store. So the award for the team that gets the most spirit points is no more. It's gone. We buried it. But as you guys collect spirit points, you will be able to spend them in our spirit store this year. Your green hard cash won't do you any good in that store. It's all going to be about the spirit points. So, okay, what kind of stuff are we going to have in there? All kinds of fun stuff. We have a lot of relay branded stuff, some of the keychains, and some of the, what do you call it, sticks? You blow them up and smack them together?
Noise maker.
Yeah, whatever those are.
Yeah.
Thunder sticks.
Yeah, thank you, thunder sticks. We have magnets, we have vintage pillows, and by vintage pillows, I mean, we took last year's shirts and made them into pillows. So we have vintage pillows and vintage handbags, which means we took last year's shirts and made them into some handbags. We got some pretty creative people on Team D, and I am not one of them. So we're going to have all kinds of stuff. Even Chuck E. Cheese has donated to us for our spirit store. That's a done deal, by the way. Okay.
We'll have stuff for kids.
So we'll have stuff that the kids can go buy, and we have activities that kids can participate in, and they can earn spirit bucks. So,
So how do you get them?
That's a good question. Well, I pass them out. Why don't you tell them how they get them?
So, how you get spirit points is by participating in all facets of Chino Relay, basically. If you attend another team's fundraiser, they will give you spirit points. We're going to also hand out, what we call our spirit point tracker. You're going to take this with you when you go to someone else's fundraiser, fill it out, have them initial, and you'll have earned yourself 100 spirit points. We also have our Survivor luncheon that we have, a Survivor fashion show and luncheon. They're always looking for baskets for that, for raffle baskets. If you donate a basket for your team for the Survivor luncheon, you'll earn 1,000 spirit points. We also have Show Us Your Hope, which is where we go around the town and paint the town purple. We put up purple bows all over the place. We will be recruiting people to help make the bows, help put up the bows, and if you take part in that, you'll earn spirit points. During Day of Relay, you'll earn spirit points. If you partake in some of the activities, like some of the themed laps, I believe we're still going to give out spirit points for that. So basically, participating in all facets of Relay, you'll be able to earn spirit points. Spirit points, which we turn into spirit bucks.
And you can collect these and spend them at the spirit store. For boot camp, you will get 100 spirit bucks for every meeting you attend. If you attend all 4, we will give you an extra 100. So if you have perfect attendance at boot camp, we will give you an extra 100. Per team, not per person, per team. For the captain's meetings that will be starting next Wednesday, if you have perfect attendance at the captain's meeting.
Which there are 6 of.
There are 6 of those, and you don't have to come. If you can't make it, send a representative. It's per team, not per person. So if you can't be there, send somebody in your place. If you have perfect attendance, every captain that has perfect attendance will go into a raffle for a VIP parking pass.
Day of relay. We're gonna have 1 parking spot. VIP parking spot.
You park once and you leave it there. That's my theory.
Yeah, if you attend captain's meeting, you're also gonna get 100 spirit points. You're just not gonna get extra at the end. The extra is you go into a raffle for the VIP parking spot.
Okay, anytime you do something we really want you to do, we'll probably pay you a spirit bucks. Basically what it comes down to. So, and we're not above, you know, if y'all wanna haul out our stuff.
We'll give you spirit points for the energy and the excitement.
It could happen, it could happen. I'm gonna let you take a minute and talk about the calendar, and then we're gonna talk about that.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about,
No, I think you got it.
Yep, you got it?
I think so. Can you just, yeah, go ahead, speak.
Okay.
Speak. I forgot about it.
I mentioned the campsite that we have back there. I'm gonna let Heather and Arsalan spend a couple minutes talking about that and what that looks like. What I'm gonna spend a minute talking about is the banners we have hanging up there. I want to bring your attention to the Nationwide Power of Hope Award. That's a very prestigious award that we won last year, and that has to do with number of survivors per capita. So based on our population, we were the #1 Power of Hope Award winner. So based on our population, we had the most survivors involved in our relay. Wow. So that's quite an accomplishment. And then the top 10 per capita award, we were in the top 10 nationwide based on our population. Yeah, the county was, based on our population, how much money we raised. So those are some pretty nice bragging points that obviously we feel proud enough of that we want to put up and show off. So Heather, take a minute and talk about how campsite works.
Okay, so this is a basic campsite. Pretty much you're gonna need to easy up because it's hot. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's super hot. You're gonna need a tent to take a nap and change, and you're gonna need a table and chairs. That is basic #1. Next boot camp, I will have it a little more decorated and a little more decorated until the end where I have everything you need. So, but basically this one is so basic it doesn't even have like the 3 basic things you're supposed to have. This is just, I showed up to relay, here I am.
And that's okay.
And that's okay. If that's what you're gonna do this year to check out relay, this is what it is.
Yep.
So next year, yes.
How many tents can we bring?
You have approximately 20 by 30 feet.
Depends on the size of your team.
Approximately.
Large teams can get 2.
Yeah.
The site is 20 by 30, I
Yeah,
believe.
approximately.
But if you're a large team, you can get two of those.
So this is like two wide.
Is this supplied by?
No, you have to bring your own. Yes.
And that's for fundraising, and do we start our fundraising out of here?
Yes.
Yes, you would have your fundraising under the tent. You would have, that's where you cool off. That's where you're gonna hang out with your team while it's not your turn to walk.
Right.
Everything's gonna happen.
What's
So-
considered a large team, sorry?
45.
45.
45 and over.
45 and over, you can have 2.
Basically, what Chino Relay supplies is a 20 by 30 plot of grass. And that we give you for 24 hours something.
To do what you want.
We don't give it to you.
Right.
So yeah, that's a
What I
basic.
will tell you is if you are on the outside of the track, and most of our campsites are, but there are some that are on the inside. If you are on the outside of the track, and if your fundraiser requires a generator, you are required to be on the outside of the track because you can't back up against somebody with a generator. But if you're on the outside of the track, you can go back as far as you want. So you know, if you have a big team like you guys do, you can put as many tents behind you as you can fit. As long as you're still in that wedge of yours, so that you're not spreading out on everybody else's wedge too, because then a wedge is sort of, like your sky space, it goes up as high as it can go.
Right.
Now, I mean, you're gonna run into the street at some point, then that's a bad idea to camp there, but.
Which is where campsite selection comes in important too.
Right.
You get
Yeah.
a choice of where your campsite is.
Yeah, so, just depends on where you end up. That's that's why I say some campsites are better than others, depending upon what you need. Okay? So, any questions on campsite setup? We are perfectly fine if that's what your campsite looks like, although those are our banners, we're not gonna give it to you. If you have somebody, you meet somebody a week before relay and they say, I wanna do that, but I don't wanna be on your team, I wanna bring my own. You know what, bring an easy up, some chairs, and a table, and some water.
Yeah, water.
And you're good. You're good. If that's what you can do, that's great. We want to have you there more than we want you to be and to have all the stress of all the, oh, I haven't done this and I haven't done this and I have no. Just show up. Just show up. Okay. Bring the easy up is pretty required because Heather's not lying. It's hot. It's really hot.
Even when it rained last year, it was still hot.
It's still hot. Yeah. Okay. So Mary's going to talk a little bit about our calendar for this year.
If you have not seen our Facebook site, this is it. Our relay site, relayforlife.org, not Facebook. This is where you sign up, register if you haven't signed up yet, click on the sign up. Right there. What I wanted to show you, last year we had a lot of comments about, I don't know when other people's fundraisers are, what's the best time to organize my fundraiser. So we created a calendar. If you click on view more information, right there, the first thing you're going to see, well, one of the first things after the date and time, is Relay for Life calendar. Just click there, and it's going to bring you out.
Good job, Vanna. I know.
I was Vanna White for you.
I have our boot camp meetings here, the relay, the captain's meetings. You can go out here yourself and put your own fundraiser. Maybe I don't want to do it on a day that already has 2 bunkos on Saturday, May 30th. I may not want to do a 3rd bunko on that day because your participation is going to be dissipated a little bit. So feel free to go ahead and add what you want to this calendar, refer to it, use however it helps you. All different kinds of fundraisers. It tells you where,
If you'd like
when.
to attend an East Meets West Pampered Chef fundraiser,
Feel free to help. It tells you the Survivor Fashion Show. All the important dates are also here. Team D is going to be representing at the Fireworks Spectacular in July. We'll have a booth there. Come see us. This is where we do our community outreach and try to get new teams.
Look, July 9th, Happy Feet's going to be at JoJo's Pizza.
Happy Feet, JoJo's Pizza. So this is a tool for you, so please use it. You can go in and add your own fundraisers, whatever you want. If you have a fundraiser and you want to get it on the Facebook site, please email Chino relayforlife at gmail.com. That will come to Evelyn and I, and we will put it up on the Facebook site where you'll get maximum exposure. A lot of people go out and post it themselves, but it gets down in the little corner in Facebook, and a lot of people don't see it. If you put it out here, it gets on the feed, and people will see it as it scrolls through. So please send us your fundraisers.
And we will get them posted. We also put them on.
We also, if you see here, local fundraisers, that's another place that we also put them, if people send them to us. So currently, I think there's 3 of them out here. We have paint night for Team Carpe Diem, and we have the Zumbathon for Team East Meets West, and we have the quilt.
Red Hot.
For Red Hot. And what we do is that this one will probably stay there because it's right through relay. The others will take them off as the fundraiser is gone, as it passes.
Yes,
So
you
it
don't have to
doesn't
worry
clutter
about
up
getting
the
buried in
site.
somebody else's fundraiser. The current stuff is going to stay there on top.
Right, so come May 17th, the Zumbathon will be gone. So,
Okay,
whatever
so
that night is.
thank you. Next week, we're going to start our first boot camp. This is our first boot camp. Next week is our first captain's meeting. And you are going to hear us say things that mean absolutely nothing to you unless you have been here before. Don't panic. It's okay. That's what our boot camp is about. We're going to talk about things in our captain's meeting, and then in our next boot camp, we're going to explain what we meant when we talk about campsite selection and bank nights and all the the other relay lingo that sounds normal to us, and when we say that to somebody who doesn't relay, they go, what? So don't worry about it, we'll explain everything. You're certainly welcome to call your ambassador or contact your ambassador if you have questions, feel free to do that. Or just hang in there and we'll answer your questions at our next booth. So.
And this year, every team, new or old, is getting an ambassador. So I'm hoping by the end of this week, I'm going to have those emails out. So if you don't hear from your ambassador, feel free to reach out to them if you have a question.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Well, yeah.
Oh, we got one.
Next week I go to the months in Arkansas. I will not be until the 26th.
Send a representative from your team is what my recommendation would be.
That would be him.
If you have a computer as well, we'll also have the video up so you can watch it before you come to the next meeting, so you won't have missed anything either.
Okay.
So, but if you want the perfect attendance, send him.
Yeah. He works and he doesn't need drums.
If you can. If you can, but that's why we do the video.
Sounds like
It's just
another
in case.
voluntold.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal.
I volunteer him all.
All right, if we've gone a little bit over, I apologize. I don't mean to do that. I know when we say our meetings are from 7 to 8, we try really hard to keep them that way. So thank you all for coming. Look forward to seeing you next week at our captain's meeting and then the week after at our booth. We're just going to spend a whole lot of Wednesdays.
For the next 10 weeks, we hope to see you all.
Thank you very much.